I don't know if you can tell, but I literally just woke up. I just read a few kind of intense books. They were kind of sad, and so now I just want to read some like just silly romances. I have 3 romance books to choose from that I bought from Sainsbury's supermarket. Amazing deals there. I literally got them all for like £5 each, but I'm not sure which one to start with, and so I've put up an Instagram poll so that you guys can choose which one that I pick first. So if you want to be involved in this in the future, my Instagram's just goosetaf. I'm gonna wait like 30 minutes or something and then see what you guys think I should read first. I will see you in about half an hour. I haven't even left it half an hour because the clear winner already is this one. It's called You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. I saw Jack Edwards read this and rated it 4 stars, so I have high hopes. If all of you are like, read it! Again, I trust you. I have to leave for work in like an hour, so I think I'm gonna read for half an hour and then go get ready. Let's be happy and in love. Alright. We're just jumping straight into it. Apparently, the first line. Now I know why all of you are like, you need to read it. For fuck's sake. Some pre-warning would have been nice. We literally just jumped straight into the sex. And I haven't really read a book like this in a long time. I don't even remember the last book that I read that was spicy. Not complaining though. It's very entertaining. Right, I really need to go and get ready for work. So far so good. It's quite a few days later, to be fair. I've been pretty slow with reading this book. I've just been so bad at reading pretty much for the past, I don't even know, whole summer. Yeah, I really thought I was gonna get way ahead of my reading goal, but I'm actually way behind. But I have been reading this throughout the week, just like on my way to work on the bus. But then I haven't really been reading much otherwise, so that means I literally read like 10 pages a day. Oh god, I feel like there's something wrong with me, but it's nothing to do with the book. The book is so, I wouldn't say it's good yet. Some weird things are happening, or like some very controversial things are happening so far. So far there's been the first guy, she's now with the second guy, and she's met the third guy. And if you've read this book, then you know who the third guy is. It's getting a bit weird. It's almost verging on Summer I Turned Pretty, but like an adult version. So many people wanted me to read this and I'm confused as to why. Are you finding this really like sexy, or do you also find it strange? Hopefully finish this book before I have to go to the doctors later, and then we can move on to my other books. Let's see where this goes. I have about 100 pages left and it just got really spicy. I mean, I kind of expected it to happen because like what's the point in introducing this third man if nothing was gonna happen. But I'm also like, she's definitely created some mess here, and I don't know how both of them are gonna get out of this without like really hurting some other people. I definitely feel bad for all of them. Like, you can't help who you're attracted to or who you fall in love with, you know? I'm just gonna see how this plays out. I finished it. Where do I start? I'm gonna rate this. I genuinely don't know. A 3.5? I think a 3.5 is fair. It's definitely not what I expected. Let's just say that. Pretty shocked at the start, where she goes from like one guy, another guy. I don't want to spoil anything. That's not a bad thing. It's just the situation that is weird. And then again, the situation around the next guy, I just don't think I can get on board with it. I can't talk about it fully without doing spoilers. If that happened to me, if I was Nasir, I would be mortified, like so embarrassed, and also like kind of disgusted. Ew, you've kissed this person and then they go like I said, it's the summer I turned pretty all over again, but I would say it's a step worse. Oh, I feel like when she first had those feelings for this third guy, I feel like I would have taken myself out of the situation. I would have repressed it until I went back home, and then I would have ended it with Nasir. I just wouldn't be able to live with myself personally. Besides from like the whole weirdness of the situation, I don't believe it. Faye and the third guy could have fallen in love so quickly. I just didn't believe it. I feel like it would have been better if, say, she'd been friends with Nasir for years, like maybe like they met at college or something, and she'd seen this other man for all of those years as well, but hadn't really felt that way about him until the accident happened or something. That would be more believable for me, because these short sharp romances, maybe it's because that can happen with me. That was a lie. I'm definitely one who falls in love very quickly. What I realise after it's over is that I was not in love with this person. It was an infatuation, and it felt more intense because it happened so quickly. It's kind of like the Love Island effect. When you're put in the same place as like loads of other people and you're confined to an island, like in Love Island, like in this story, because you're spending so much time with each other, I feel like it's so easy to form a crush on someone, even though if you weren't in that situation, it just wouldn't really happen. So yeah, I don't know if this relationship will last. I kind of see why this is so popular. I guess because it's so shocking. It's also got some amazing sex scenes. It is spicy. At first, I won't lie, I wasn't really feeling it. I think because I've just had some kind of shit experiences with men recently, but then there were a couple scenes where I was like, oh okay. On that note, if you could recommend me any lesbian or gay books, I'd really appreciate that. 3.5 for the spicy scenes. Honestly, that's what swayed it for me. Now, I know I said that I wanted to read Things We Never Got Over and It Starts With Us in this video, and I did the whole poll. However, I bought another book like last week that I'm more excited about. People have told me that if you liked Normal People, which I loved, then this book is going to be amazing for you. It's this book. It's called Talking at Night by Claire Daverley. It's about two teenagers who I think they fall in love, then something bad happens, then they kind of keep coming back to each other over the years or something. I'm sorry, I'm switching it up. I'm reading this. Anything that is compared to Normal People, I'm gonna have to read. So let's do that. I'm 114 pages in. Why am I such a slow reader? It's 3 p.m. and I started reading this book at like 10:30, maybe 11, I'm not sure. But why is it taking me like 4 hours to read 100 pages? To be fair, I did have lunch. All of these booktubers that I see reading books, like finishing a 300-page book in 5 hours, that's really fast, right? I wish I had the speed. I wish I had the concentration as well. I do get a bit distracted sometimes. That was a tangent, but I really love this book so far. Yes, it's similar to Normal People in the sense that it's about teenagers at school, and also there is no speech marks, and that is the same with Sally Rooney's writing. She doesn't use speech marks, and I think the reasoning for that is so that you're kind of unsure whether something is being spoken aloud or if it's just in their heads. There's a lot of like miscommunication in her books. Not having speech marks emphasizes that. That's also present here. Nothing significant has really happened so far. I've just kind of gotten to know all of the characters, and I think they're all written really well so far. The boy who is the love interest is a bit of a bad boy. His family life isn't super great, and then the girl in this is amazing at school. She's amazing at music. There's a lot of pressure put on her by her mum. Her dad kind of is just there, and she's got her twin brother who is also friends with. So far so good. That's another thing. I have been falling asleep. This always happens to me because I read my books either in the morning, like when I first wake up, or just before I go to bed. I think my body's like, oh, you're reading? Is it time to sleep? I think it's time to go to sleep now. Plus I'm also exhausted because Pride was this weekend and it was so busy. So yeah, I guess I am a bit quicker at reading than I thought I was, but I'm just sleeping. I am going to go and get some food and then continue reading this book. So far, I would definitely recommend this. Oh, the really, really horrible thing just happened. I have read 212 pages of this book. I'm really enjoying it. Definitely one of those books where it's just like someone's normal life. Obviously there's some tragic parts. Overall, it's just so relatable. Got to the age where they're in university, like kind of second year uni. It does skip time quite often. You kind of dip into different ages, and I quite like that. It's like, again, you're just getting a snapshot into their lives. It will probably continue into their adult lives, and that is something with normal people that we didn't get. We didn't get to see where Connell and Marianne went. I'm excited to read a bit more about that, especially because like I'm in my early 20s, so it feels even more close to home. But yeah, I'm gonna continue with this. No. Why do I keep reading books like The Summer I Turned Pretty? This is not what I wanted. This is too soon. I'm not prepared. She's 24. Why is she my age doing this? This shouldn't be allowed. I'm so tired. I have work tomorrow. I have not finished this book. I was really optimistic in this video and I was like, I'm gonna read 3 books. I haven't even read 2. Sorry, I haven't got on to It Ends With Us or that other one. I can't even remember what it was called, to be honest. I'll probably take one or maybe both of those on holiday with me in 2 days time. And then I'll do a video about like what I read whilst I was on holiday. Let's talk about this book. So many people have messaged me on Instagram being like, people have told me to read it because it's supposedly similar to Normal People. Is that true? And I'm here to say yes, in the sense that there's no speech marks. It's all kind of just like a mix of dialogue and description, and sometimes you're not sure what's what. And if you're not paying attention, then you can maybe be a bit confused. Speech marks, I feel like, are really useful if you want to skim read stuff. If it's one of those things where I'm like, the description actually isn't that great and it's also not contributing to the plot, I would just read the speech, because it's easy, and it's easy to pick out when you see the speech marks. But you can't do that with this because you can't see it. So it does mean that you have to be more focused. You know what, it's very easy to do that because I think it's a very engaging story. Like I said earlier, a snapshot into very normal people's lives. Again, that's something similar to Normal People the book. I love reading about normal things. I don't know why. Is it comforting? It's kind of like watching people do their everyday things on YouTube, watching someone vlog their lives. I don't know why it's interesting, but it is. I don't know why it's entertaining, but it is. Same with this book. Obviously, I'm not sure how this ends. Maybe it's gonna get really shit from here on. So far, I think I would rate it a 4. If you want to know what my final review is, like always, just follow me on Goodreads, Instagram, TikTok. I'll post about it there. I'm sorry I couldn't get to the end of it, but I'm exhausted and I've tried my best. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next video. Bye.